this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I am back with my next idea, and actually it's not a new one. I actually made these similar to this note card holders in 2018. And I started thinking today, I really enjoyed making these, and I sold them at my craft fair, but I should do these birthday style. I did them before just as note cards, but I thought I would make them birthday style and put a pocket for the gift card that someone might give, or money could go in there as well. So here it is. This is what the outside looks like, and I utilized cut-aparts to make have the greeting. This is a great way to use up your cut-aparts. And on the back, as you see here, create a pocket so you can put a gift card in there. And then it just slides right back down in here perfectly, and look at that. So easy. You can package them up in a cellophane bag. We'll do that in the end. But yeah, let's just get going. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need 2 pieces of paper. And the first one, and you can't even see this is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I can see it, y'all. And then 11 1/4 by 4 1/4. That's what you're going to need. Okay, I pulled off my scoreboard, and I have on the 11-inch side, I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay, so you want to score that one at 5 1/2. I'm going to grab the other piece, and I'm going to score it at 3/4. Okay, so this is like making a trifold, and you're just gonna join them together. Okay. So, now I've got this, I'm going to go ahead and give this a nice quick fold. Fold it nicely. And I like to just fold mine slowly and just give myself a really good crease. Okay, so now that one opens up. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold this one. I'm going to go ahead and use my bone folder, give it a good crease. Okay, so now you're gonna tape this one to this side. It becomes a trifold. So I'm going to use some score tape, and I'm using 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to put my score tape on one side of my flap. Now, if you are using a directional paper, make sure you're putting your tape on the right side. But since this is solid, it's okay. So your flap is going to go forward. You want the tape on the back, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, peel my tape off, or the paper off my tape, just a little bit of ways there. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to line this up. Line them up just as close as you can, and I'm going to pull that off. So there we go. I have a little bit of tape right here. I want to get that because I don't want it to be sticking on anything. Okay, so now it looks like this. Now you're going to take your paper trimmer, and you're going to start from this score line to this point. Okay, so score line to the point, and you're going to slice it off so it looks like this. Now that one will fold in. So now I'm going to do this other side, but I'm going to cut from this point up to this score line. So I'm just going to slip this under here. I'm going to line it up on my score line. Got my point. And I'm going to slice that one off. So now we look like this. Okay. So now that we've got the base, now we needed some decorative paper. So you're going to need 4 pieces of decorative paper. And these are 5 1/4 in width by 4 inches in height. You need 4 of them. And by the way, I am using Birthday Boy. It's an Echo Park. It's one that I got recently from scrapbook.com. Okay. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to slice these at a diagonal. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure, if you're using directional paper, you're going to slice the correct way. So this one is going to go on my right side. The other one I'll slice the other way for my left. And I'm just going to line this up corner to corner. And there we go. So this one is going to go over here. And now I'm going to slice the other one. It's going to go from this corner to this corner. Lining that up. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and get these adhered on. So I'm going to use my tape runner. And I'm going to adhere this on. So I'm going to kind of line it up. Not going over the score line, of course. I'm going to try to make it as straight as I can. Okay. And then this one is going to go on the other side. So I'm going to flip this over. And on this one, I'm going to line it up. I like to try to see how straight I can get it. It's close enough. And so now it'll go like this or like this. It doesn't matter which way. So now what you're going to do is take one of your other pieces that you cut, and I'm going to put the yellow facing up. And before you close this one up, you're going to add your piece of paper down the center. And it also covers up the seam where you joined your paper together. Okay, so as you see, I had a little space down here. It doesn't matter, it's going to be covered up. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of my tape. I'm going to add my 1/8 inch score tape. Put it across the bottom of both sides. Okay. So let's see, I think I will do, I'll make sure which side I like the best. I think I'll do it with this one underneath. Okay, I'm going to line that up with the bottom. Press that down really well. Now I'm going to take this one and peel it off, and I'm going to line it up as best I can to that bottom. Press it down. Okay, so now we have the base that will hold our card. I'm going to take my other piece of designer paper and I'm going to put it on the back. So I'm thinking, I think I'll do the birthday presents on the outside on the back. And I'm going to make sure if you put it the correct way, if it's directional. I'm just going to center it up. Now you could add, layer this up if you would like. Okay, so now I've got my base. Okay, so now I'm going to take, well, first I'm going to grab some little cut aparts here. I have one right here that says "You are awesome," and I thought I would cut it down and layer it up and add it on the front. So I'm going to think I'll just see how it looks if I cut some off the top and some off the bottom. And I think, because I wanted it to be a little bit bigger, I'll go down a little bit more. Decide, just whatever you choose. I want to have a little bit of this decorative border on here. See, I've got the top and the bottom, and I think that that's gonna work well. And I'm gonna layer this one up. And I'm going to layer here. this on some blue. I love this blue. I think I got it at Michael's once upon a time. And it's just good, sturdy paper. Okay. And I think I did not get this straight as I should, so I'm going to trim that. And then I'm going to add this on. This is the front. It kind of gives it a greeting. So I'm going to add tape bottom. I'm going to do a little bit up here on this side too. I don't want it to where, since it's going to kind of cover that a little bit, I don't want it to have tape where the little thing will pull out. So now, got a little greeting on here. Add some jimmies and stuff, or if this is a girl one, add some ribbon around it. Would be beautiful. This is for a boy. Boys don't want frill. They don't want all that. Okay, so now you're going to put your greeting. So I'm going to use this cut apart from the collection. Okay, so I'm going to grab a piece of paper. So I've cut my cut apart down where I knew it would fit down inside, and I actually probably cut a little bit much off of it, but I'm going to layer it up anyway, so it's all good. So I think what I'm going to do is my blue paper, I'm going to take it and I'm going to line it up and just kind of measure how wide I want it. Okay, so I'm going to try that and see how that will work. And let me shave this off. Okay, I'm going to make sure it's going to fit down in my envelope, okay, or my pocket, and that's going to fit down fine. So now I'm just going to center this. I want to make sure that's going to work. Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't cut it where I want it to fit down in here a little bit. Okay, so that I think is going to work. I think I might shave a little bit more off, and you'll see why when I add the blue paper. Okay, so at the top of your paper, I'm going to put this at the top of my paper. So I'm going to add my tape. I'm going to go give myself a little tiny border. Okay. So now it looks like this. Don't shave this part off yet, okay? You're going to take your scoreboard. Get my score tool. And I'm going to line this up on my scoreboard, and I'm just going to score myself a line right below there. See that? So that way then I have a place where I can fold. So I can make my pocket. And then I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to line up that score line on about 2 inches, and I'm going to slice it off. Okay, so now I can fold this, and back here now I'll have a pocket that I'll just tape down the sides for. Adding my, pressing this down, I'm going to add some decorative paper. Okay, so let me see. I think I will go ahead and use the same paper, just what's left over what I've cut. And I'm just going to measure the width of this. Trim it off. Now what I'm going to do is measure. I'm going to see how much I need for this bottom part. And I'm going to just kind of cut. And I actually think I need to trim a little more. So now I'm gonna line that up. This will be for the bottom. Okay, so this is gonna go on the bottom. That all lined up. Yeah, it was better for me to trim a little off. Now I'm just going to trim off this branding strip at the top and use the rest of my paper. Okay. And then this one, well, I don't really, oh, I could flip it upside down. It's okay. Okay, so I think I'll do the yellow where it's facing up on this one. This one is going to go back here behind. And then I'm going to take my tape and let me see where my end went on the score tape. There it is. I'm going to add score tape on the side of each one. So this will make a pocket that can house money, a note, a gift card, whatever you prefer. I'm going to take it, I'm going to smooth in from the center out the side so it makes it nice and flat. And now I've got a greeting on one side and I've got a place to put a gift card and a note or money on the other side. Now this will fit nicely right down inside the little pocket we made. And how cute. So now you have a gift card holder, a greeting, and it's so cute. So I'm gonna be adding these in. I have these little cellophane bags that I got at Hobby Lobby. So these are 4x6 and they seem to fit perfectly. So when you sell them at your craft fair, you want to make sure you package things up very nicely. And I'm just gonna fold that over. I think I'm going to need a small tad of tape to hold this down. I probably should even do a smaller piece. And press that down. And there we go. So now I'm going to grab another one. This is the little bags that I'm using. Got them at Hobby Lobby, and they're by the like the art easels and things like that. So now I'm going to slip this one down in. And I'm using what I've got on hand. You could probably go a little bit bigger, but the other one slipped down in, so this should work. Sometimes you got to work at it. There we go. So it's slipping right down in there just absolutely perfectly. Keeps them nice and protected. When you're at your craft fair, just take them, just leave one out for the customer to look at. And other than that, package them all up nice and neat. You could put a little confetti inside there if you wanted to, since it's a birthday. And now we have two, and look how professional they look. It looks just wonderful. Anyway, that is it. I hope you guys like this. This was a great way for me to spend my lunch break today. And yeah, I want to make, I probably will do like maybe like six of these, and then I'll do some different kinds, because I want to do some cards that have shape to them, like snow cones or ice cream cones, or you know, different things like that. I want them to be in shapes. I think that they'll be real inviting and all that, because I've had in the past where no cards they sold, but sometimes just like greeting cards didn't. And so maybe if you have some kind of different kind of things, they'll attract an eye, and you'll be able to sell them a lot easier. So let's talk pricing on these. I'm thinking that probably for this, I'll probably do my cards $3 or 2 for $5. Let me know what you think of that. If you think that $3 or 2 for $5 is good, or maybe I could just do them all $2. Just leave me a comment. Let me know what you think on that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really had fun making it. I just love making these, and they're lots and lots of fun. But yeah, have a great day, y'all. Love you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.